Okay, I got asked to give my opinion on Donald Trump trying to rename the Department of Defense the Department of War, and then also about his claims that he's going to like wage war on Chicago. So people are freaked out and they want to know what I think about it. And I understand. I understand why people are freaking out, because what Trump and his team are doing is they are creating messaging, they are choosing words, and they are putting out propaganda that is meant to freak you out. I know I sound like a broken record, but I'm right, y'all. Fascists wage most of their war against democracies in your mind. Most of it is a propaganda game. They are trying to psych you out. They are trying to convince you that Trump is all big and all powerful. There's nothing you can do to stop him. He's so terribly scary that everything he blusters and threatens is gonna, be made real, that everything he says he's going to do, he is capable of doing. They want you to believe that lie. They are trying to freak you out and make you be paralyzed and make you feel that it is hopeless to fight him. It's really good to be reminding ourselves and all of our friends and family that are freaking out that feelings are not facts. The propaganda of the regime is meant to invoke all kinds of panicky feelings in you. It's meant to make you afraid. It's meant to make you feel despondent and hopeless. But feelings are not facts. And I understand that facts are not necessarily as persuasive to people as the emotional appeal. But we've got to remember, when our emotions are really, really high, that we need to bring ourselves back down to where we can engage our rational mind and have good balance with our emotions and get in that wise mind state. And I find that analyzing a situation, reminding myself of the facts, that is so good at countering those really heightened emotions and helping bring them back in to like a normal bandwidth so that I'm not panicked, right? It's okay to be worried. We should all be worried. These are really scary times. We should not be panicking, because if we're panicking, we're letting the propaganda of the regime drive us. We're letting it control our emotions and our decision making. We need to be operating in the real world and not in the world of like crazy heightened emotions. So let's check the facts, right? Trump said he would be all big and powerful and could do whatever he wanted in Los Angeles. That was a complete and total failure. The Marines didn't last very long. National Guard didn't last very long. The court said he violated the Posse Comitatus Act. The court also said that ICE was racial profiling immigrants in California and they couldn't do that anymore. Right? Big fat loser. Trump was a big fat loser in LA. We're watching Trump be a big fat loser in DC as well, because the citizens of Washington, DC are not taking the bait. Actually saw Jolly Good Ginger earlier tonight say this about DC.
Multiple sources in the D.C. area have told me that guard units have began canceling their existing hotel reservations in D.C. These are units that had reservations to be in D.C. that have abruptly canceled them. And from talking to people in the know, these units are being moved to Chicago and Baltimore.
Two things, Jolly. One, you're having a real good hair day today. And two, thank you for the way you consistently stand up for veterans. Jolly said the veterans protest is going to move from DC to Chicago. They're going to go wherever the troops go. But I saw this clip and I was like, oh yeah, Trump's already failing in DC. They're already pulling troops out of DC and trying to assign them somewhere else. Trump is just going to fail himself all around the country. He's going to try this authoritarian tactic all over the country, and it's going to fall flat everywhere because Americans are not going to take the bait. He wants us all to freak out and engage in violence, take up arms against the government, smash shit, start riots so that he can say, it's a rebellion. I can take away everybody's rights. I can, invoke the Insurrection Act, blah, 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 blah. Nobody is taking the bait. Not in LA, not in DC. They're not going to take it in Chicago either. I don't really give a shit if he's redefining the Department of Defense as the Department of War. Of course he's going to do that. He wants to be a dictator. Of course he's going to do that. He's tried to start wars all over the place already. Y'all, it's not surprising, right? Trump renaming the Department of Defense the Department of War. It's like fork found in kitchen, right? But people hear Department of War and that's big and scary. And so he and his team are going to keep using that phrase to try and scare and intimidate you and get you to be in your full emotion mind and freak out and to have their propaganda work on you, demoralize you, get you to be paralyzed and give up. And we're not taking that bait either. We are not going to give in to the propaganda. We're not going to let the psychological tactics of the regime work on us. So sure, he can go ahead and call it the Department of War. His team can go ahead and put out the most cringeworthy, embarrassing Truth Social bleats, tweets, whatever they're called. This is the one that's got everybody's panties in a twist right now. I love the smell of deportations in the morning. Chicago about to find out why it's called the Department of War. Just like the worst. Oh my God, this picture, you guys. Shapocalypse now. How cringy can you be? Right, so a lot of people in my comments and a lot of creators on social media were real worked up about that tweet. Failing social media platform post, whatever the fuck it is. Chicagoans are about to find out why it's called the Department of War. I even saw a couple of attorneys on TikTok and on Instagram today say, well, that's treason. Trump is literally trying to commit treason. Right, I'm not an attorney, but I think they're referencing Article 3, Section 3, Clause 1, which talks about people levying war on the United States. Like, okay, I understand why people are getting all spun up about this. But at the same time, when I see posts like that, I'm like, one, how embarrassing that they have to resort to these kind of tactics. I know that propaganda doesn't have to be very sophisticated to work on people, because again, it's that emotional appeal. J.B. Pritzker, governor of Illinois, said the president of the United States is threatening to go to war with an American city. This is not a joke. This is not normal. Donald Trump isn't a strong man. He's a scared man. Illinois won't be intimidated by a wannabe dictator. Yeah, Governor Pritzker, multiple things you got incredibly correct here. One, it's not normal. This is not normal. We've got to remind each other. Remember what things were like a year ago? What is happening in the U.S. now? It's not normal. This is not what presidents do to their own people. Donald Trump is acting like a wannabe dictator. But for me, when I see posts like this, I completely agree with Governor Pritzker. Donald Trump is scared. He is blustering big time because he's scared, because he's failed in LA. He's failed in DC. He's already pulling troops out of DC. He's gonna try and hop around the country and be like, please let this work somewhere, because the Epstein files are about to come out. My health is really bad. The polling is terrible. The jobs market is an utter disaster. My tariffs have been blocked. All of my terrible plans are falling apart, guys. I need you guys to believe that I'm big and bad and powerful and I can do it all. Or at least somebody else on my team needs you to believe that while I'm too busy sundowning in the other room. So they'll create these just like cringy AI posts trying to make you believe a sick old man who is a big loser, who tacos all the time, and when he doesn't, the courts smack him down, the people smack him down. He and his team just like they're really trying to make you be scared into giving up, because that's all that they have. That is all that they have, is that as long as you keep fighting, they can't win. So they're desperate for you to give up. They're trying any kind of messaging, any kind of positioning, any propaganda to get you to give up, because they can't stop you otherwise. They can't stop any of us otherwise. They cannot succeed as long as we keep fighting. They cannot succeed unless we lay down and just let them steamroll us. And we're not doing that. We're watching more and more Americans get pissed off. We're watching people fight back harder than ever. There were big marches in DC today, and Trump is scared. He's flailing. He's failing. It's falling apart. He knows his days are numbered. His health is not good. He's not doing well. I think he's very scared of meeting his demise, of his days on earth running out after it has all crumbled around him, after everything has fallen apart. He's seeing himself lose more and more. His team is really concerned about the midterms. They're concerned about his failing health. They know that J.D. Vance cannot hold the cult together. And somebody said in my comments earlier today that the regime really seems like it's at the let's throw everything at the wall and see what sticks phase of this attempted and authoritarian takeover. Everything that they are doing reeks of desperation. Please let this be the thing that makes the American people give up. Please let this be the thing that scares them into laying down and rolling over for us. And it's not happening. We're not going to do it. We're resisting more and more every day. They're failing more and more every day. It's not going to work. We're not going to let the propaganda of the regime work on us. We're not going to let tweets like that about Chicago and the Department of War. We're not going to let that freak us out. We're not going to let that cause us to panic. And instead, we're going to check the facts. We're going to look at all the ways he's failing, and we're going to remind ourselves the only person who should be panicking here is Donald Trump. And he is big time.